Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing well. Today, let's take a look at the Nike Space HIPPIE 02. Now, if you didn't know already, the Space HIPPIE is Nike's latest project surrounding sustainability. They use waste or byproducts from their everyday production to create 4 new sneaker silhouettes, named in numerical order, the 01, 02, 03, and 04. I'll put a link down in the description below to Nike's video regarding the Space HIPPIE project if you are interested to know more about it. If I were to rank my favorite between these 4 sneaker silhouettes, I think the 03 looks the best. It's a high top model. It has this very interesting lacing system where we have a bright orange pull cable to tighten the shoe, and to me it really gels well with this space-like theme because it looks very futuristic and very spacey, if you get what I mean. And the second favorite will be the 02, which I have in hand, and we will talk about this in detail later. The third favorite will be the 01. It's a normal low-cut sneaker. It does have a very interesting lacing design. You have black cables to create the lace holes, so it has a kind of interesting look to it. And my least favorite will be the 04, which is a women model, but it comes in men's sizing. I think that particular sneaker looks kind of regular and normal compared to the other 3 models. So what is your favorite from these 4 models? How do you rank them? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm very interested to know your opinion. Before we get into the sneaker, I have to talk about the packaging. The sneaker box, if you didn't know it already, it's so different from the regular Nike sneaker box. It doesn't have the regular printing of Nike swoosh or anything. It only has the sizing label on the box and some information down here below. From my understanding, Nike actually shipped the shoe out using this box itself. Therefore, it prevents the need of double boxing, which reduces waste. That is true for Nike Singapore. I've seen pictures that people were receiving their shoes in just this box itself. But in Nike Europe, I do see pictures from Reddit showing that people are getting it double box. So there is a discrepancy to the application of this. If you open up the box, it's where we can see all the design details. We have the Nike Space HIPPIE branding throughout the shoebox, and it kind of has a futuristic font to it, which is very nice. So this is the design of the box, very interesting and very thoughtful of Nike. And another interesting thing is that for the first time ever, I've gotten a tote bag together with a shoe. Here you can see the printing on the tote bag, and I'm quite surprised that it only has 01 to 03 and no 04. I'm not sure whether the 04 comes with this tote bag or not. Packaging aside, let's dive into the sneaker. Now, if you take a look at the upper, there are 2 portions to the knitted upper. The first portion is the stretchy knit-like material, which we can see throughout the front of the sneaker, similar to the collar. So they are made up from this really stretchy material. The second portion would be the more rigid structure, which we find where the crisscross stitching are. So here is a rigid structure that has no stretch to it, and it provides the shoe stability so that your foot won't slide around while wearing the shoe. It's made rigid not just by the stitch itself. There is like an overlay of like a plasticky layer that is being binded to the knit. So moving back to the stretchy material, the shoe is predominantly grayish grayish in color. It has the grayish knit throughout the entire top portion here, and I'm not sure if the camera is able to pick it up, but there are specks of colors throughout this grayish knit. I presume from those recyclable cloth that has color in it. And actually this gray part reminds me a lot of clothes lint, the lint that you find in the washing machine. It has a kind of color and sensation to it. Besides this predominantly grey knit, we have this small patch of whitish color knit with grid-like stitching on it. It is a little bit lower than the predominantly grey knit. I'm not sure if it's for cosmetic purpose or there is a functional design to it, but on hand it feels, in terms of stretchability, kind of similar to the entire upper of the shoe. Moving on to the collar, so there are padding in the collar which gives it a very nice padded feeling when you wear this shoe. There are two pull tabs on the upper, one on the heel and one on the front part of the shoe. And I've watched Nike video regarding this pair. They were saying that this pull tab here kind of acts as a place for you to stretch out the knit so you can put your feet in easier. There is kind of like a functional purpose to it, but when I was wearing this shoe, I didn't find it necessary. All I needed was just to use my finger, stretch this out, and my feet just slides in it. And when I first saw pictures of this shoe, I wasn't really a fan of this front ribbon pull tab. I find it to be kind of weird, but the more I look at it and when I have it in hand, I do think that it adds a certain dimension to the shoe. Without it, it would just be like a plain sock. So having this ribbon here, it adds a little bit of dimension and make it more sophisticated, if you get what I mean. And I came about to like this. On this pull tab at the very end, we have 02, the shoe model stitch on it, and there are two Nike words, one at each hoop. Something I noticed for my pair, on the left hand side, the quality control isn't that great because the front ribbing here is actually stitched slanted. It's not stitched straight. You can see that the right pair and the left pair, the white ribbon is not stitched straight. Yeah, so this is a part that kind of bugs me. So besides having the grayish whitish color, there are hits of bright orange. One at the inner side of the heel here, and you just can't take your eyes off it. The bright orange Nike swoosh. And it kind of reminds me of the Nike Mercurials, the football cleats, where you have the big Nike swoosh going across the upper like this. And as a football fan who has some interest in football cleats, the fact that this bright orange swoosh reminds me of the Mercurials make me like this shoe very, very much, which is why it's my second favorite from the whole collection. And another thing that I like about the swoosh is that it's not completely solid. It's made up from this cross stitch, so there are gaps here and there. It gives it a dynamic angle look, and I am a big fan of it. That's pretty much it for the upper. Stretchy knit, hard knit, grayish color, whitish color, bright orange swoosh, pull tabs on the front, on the back, and an orange hit in the heel. When you slide this in, it just hugs your ankle and your feet so nice and snugly. It's like wearing sweaters for your feet. It's how comfortable this shoe is. Moving on to the sole, which to me puts the space in the space hippie. The sole is made up from all these bits and pieces of rubber materials that are being fused together to give this really unique crater-like, bumpy-like look, which reminds me of planets, surfaces, these craters, bumps everywhere. It looks so unique. It looks like ugly, but it looks good. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a really unique look that we don't see in a sneaker every day. That is what makes me like it so much. So in terms of sizing and fit, for the size, I got this in my true to size US 8, and to me it fits perfectly. There is a little bit of room in the toe box between my front toe and the front of the shoe, about a thumb's width. Definitely go true to size. I would not recommend going half size up because that will make the shoe way too long. In terms of the fit of it, I think that it has a really nice snug fit, very comfortable. It really feels like putting on sweater on your feet. That's how comfortable the knit is, and I really like how the shoe looks. I think Nike did a really good job coming up with this kind of design. Nike has been killing it lately in 2020, you know. So that's all I have today to share with you guys. Although I say that the 04 is my least favorite, I actually won a raffle for the shoe, so it's on the way. Do leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see a review on that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.